Next up, Giant Gonzalez.
Yes.
I'm disappointed in myself because if I had been planning a little better, this would have been where we do our Manscaped commercial, because our man Giant Gonzalez, he definitely could have used it. Take a look at that.
Yeah, he was a big one.
How long do you
Big
think he
man.
get rid of all that hair in his crotchal region?
Well,
Probably two batteries, huh?
I mean, if you're a giant, I mean, it's going to grow right back.
Oh, the giants grow crotchal hair faster?
Yes. Oh, that's a known fact.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, Ric Flair told me that he thought Andre the Giant had 2 rows of teeth. So I could see how maybe there was another thing we didn't know, which is
He did. He has as many teeth as a shark. Great white.
How many shark teeth are there?
Oh, a lot.
Teeth? A lot.
Okay. Well, a great white has as many teeth as Andre the Giant.
That's right. Same.
Yeah.
So the gimmick here for Giant Gonzalez, let's throw it back up there, Silva. You can take a look at this at somethingtowrestle.com. You can see as he's standing next to downtown Bruno there, quite the size difference. The former Elegante here is now a dude in a bodysuit that makes him look more muscular than he really is. And he's got airbrushed muscles and bushy hair on his shoulders and his calves and his hips and his no area. Yeah, nearly an 8-foot tall fella here. He's going to debut at the Rumble in 1993. And I guess he's got to be one of the odds, or the Undertaker's got to be one of the odds on favorites to win that. But instead, Giant Gonzalez eliminates him. And that leads to a WrestleMania 9 match where he would use chloroform and be disqualified against the Undertaker. And I think there was even an angle shot between him and Hulk Hogan on the return tour. He turns babyface after Taker beats him at SummerSlam, and his last appearance is a 20-man battle royal on Monday Night Raw for the vacant IC title. Based on everything I've heard from everyone, George was a nice man, but this was a bad idea.
George was a very nice man. Very nice. Very naive, did not understand the business. I think Ted Turner was just trying to get his money out of him because he brought him over from Argentina to play for his basketball team in Atlanta. And that didn't work out. Well, I'll make him a wrestler. That didn't work out. So Vince, I'll make a giant. That didn't work out. And look, he was damn near 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
He spoke Spanish. He was an interesting, had an interesting story, as a kid growing up and getting out of Argentina to play basketball and what have you. That's a pretty cool life story. But that damn bell had to ring at some point, and he just did not have a feel, did not have any instinctive ability to understand what to do in the ring. And try as you may, he wasn't going to get it. And is an attraction for people to come and look up at and go, oh my God, he's huge. That's kind of where it ends. I'll tell you a story about Jorge. Is we were at, I believe we were in LA, and we had flown in together. It was Vince and Pat. Actually, no, I take it back. Come back from LA into JFK. And Jorge was on the flight with us. Sergeant Slaughter was working in the office at the time. Sarge was kind of babysitting Jorge. And we get to JFK. We're waiting on our bags. And Vince and I are out by the car. And we're getting ready to get in the car. And this guy walks up to me and says, hey, excuse me, are you with the wrestling people? And I said, yeah. And he hands me his card. And he was an executive, I believe, for Paramount Studios. And he says, your giant in there is pretty much an asshole.
Oh,
I'm sorry. And he says, yeah. He goes, I went up and said hello to him and got my son here. And I just wanted to get an autograph. And he kind of blew us off, but very rudely blew us off. And, I started looking at the card, and he was a big deal at the studios and everything. And Vince is overhearing this, and Vince comes over, introduces himself to him, and says, "Where's your son?" And he says, "Oh, he's over there." He goes, "It's okay." I says, "No, bring him over." And comes over, introduce, say hello to the son, take some pictures, uh, give him some autographs, and then he says, "Bruce, go grab the giant." And I went in and I grabbed him and I told him, I said, "Hey man, you offended these people that said you were rude, and the guy's an important guy out in Hollywood. You never know who you're talking to." And that was the lesson there, is don't be an asshole. Don't. And his thing was, he thought he needed to be that way because he was a heel. And you didn't. You never needed to be that way, because people don't always know, and you don't have to be a heel outside of the business. So he went and said hello, apologized to the guy, gave the kid an autograph. But that was the important lesson learned for him, is like, you never know who you're sitting next to
Right.
on a plane, or you never know who's coming up to you. They may be dressed like a bum, and they could be a advanced CIA agent. So treat everybody with respect, and try to be as nice as you can, because again, you just never know who it is. It could be anybody, and there's just no reason for it. So he learned an important lesson that day, and that was good. That was an important thing for him to learn. But he just didn't have it, didn't understand. And I don't think he really wanted to understand. He didn't really want to be in the business per se.